Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Technology Grabs. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on our programming tutorials. Today, we're diving into a powerful feature of Python that can significantly enhance your coding skills: generators. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced developer, understanding generators is essential for writing efficient and memory-friendly code. What is a generator in Python? A generator is a special type of iterator that is defined using a function and uses the yield statement to produce a series of values lazily, meaning it generates values on the fly and does not store them in memory. How do you create a generator function? A generator function is created like a normal function but uses the yield statement to return values instead of return. What is the difference between a generator and a regular function? A regular function returns a single value and terminates, while a generator function can yield multiple values over time, pausing its state between each yield. What is the purpose of the yield statement? The yield statement is used to produce a value from a generator function and pause its execution, allowing it to be resumed later. How do you iterate over a generator? You can iterate over a generator using a for loop or by calling the next function. What happens when you call a generator function? When you call a generator function, it returns a generator object but does not start execution. The function's code runs only when you iterate over the generator or call next. Can you use generators with the for loop? Answer: yes, you can use generators with a for loop just like any other iterable. What is a generator expression? A generator expression is a concise way to create a generator using a similar syntax to list comprehensions but with parentheses instead of square brackets. How do you convert a generator to a list? You can convert a generator to a list using the list function, which will exhaust the generator and produce a list of its values. What is the next function, and how is it used with generators? The next function retrieves the next value from a generator. If there are no more values, it raises a stop iteration exception. What is the stop iteration exception? The stop iteration exception is raised by a generator to signal that there are no more values to yield. This is how the generator informs the caller that it is done. How can you handle exceptions in a generator? You can handle exceptions in a generator using a try/except block within the generator function. What is the difference between a generator and an iterator? A generator is a specific type of iterator that is defined using a function and the yield statement. All generators are iterators, but not all iterators are generators. How can you create a generator that produces an infinite sequence? You can create a generator that produces an infinite sequence by using a while true loop. What is the send method in generators? The send method allows you to send a value into a generator, which can be used to resume its execution and pass a value to the generator's yield expression. How can you use generators to read large files? You can use generators to read large files line by line, which allows you to process each line without loading the entire file into memory. What is a coroutine in Python? A coroutine is a special type of generator that can pause its execution and resume later, allowing for asynchronous programming. Coroutines can be used to handle tasks like I/O operations without blocking. How can you use the yield from statement? The yield from statement is used to delegate part of a generator's operations to another generator, simplifying the code and allowing for nested generators. What is the iter function, and how does it relate to generators? The iter function returns an iterator object from an iterable. For generators, calling iter on a generator returns the generator itself, which is an iterator. How can you use generators to implement a pipeline? You can use generators to create a pipeline of processing steps, where each generator feeds its output to the next generator. What is the iter_iter_ method in a generator? The iter_ method is a special method that returns the iterator object itself. In generators, this method is automatically implemented. How can you use generators to implement a Fibonacci sequence? You can create a generator that yields the Fibonacci numbers indefinitely. What is the _next_ method in a generator? The _next_ method is a special method that retrieves the next value from the generator. It is called automatically when using the next function. How can you use decorators with generators? You can use decorators to modify the behavior of generator functions, just like with regular functions. What is the return statement in a generator? The return statement can be used in a generator to raise a stop iteration exception with a value, which can be retrieved when the generator is exhausted. How can you use generators to implement a simple state machine? You can use generators to maintain state between function calls, effectively creating a state machine. What is the yield expression in a generator? The yield expression is used to produce a value from a generator and pause its execution, allowing it to be resumed later. How can you use generators to implement a producer-consumer pattern? You can use generators to create a producer that generates data and a consumer that processes that data. What are the advantages of using generators? Generators provide several advantages, including memory efficiency. They generate values on the fly, reducing memory usage. Lazy evaluation. They compute values only when needed, improving performance. Simplified code. They can replace complex iterator classes with simpler generator functions. How can you use the IterTools module with generators? The IterTools module provides a collection of tools for working with iterators, including functions that can be used with generators to create more complex iteration patterns. And that wraps up our deep dive into 30 essential interview questions and answers on Python generators. I hope you found this video informative and that it has helped clarify how generators work and how you can use them effectively in your code. Remember, generators are a powerful feature in Python that can help you write cleaner, more maintainable, and memory-efficient code. Whether you're working with large datasets or implementing complex iteration patterns, generators can be a game changer. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends or anyone who might benefit from it. Your support helps us create more valuable content for you.